Choosing the right categories for your book can sometimes be challenging, but it also can help the ranking of your books on KDP. If you're wanting to find the right categories for your book, then this lesson will be perfect for you. Hi, my name's Romney, and thank you very much for joining me on my YouTube channel. If you haven't been here before, it's all about creating, building, and scaling your self-publishing business. So if you want to, during the video or at the end, make sure you give me the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you're made aware of all the videos that I'm creating for you. This lesson is about choosing or finding finding the right categories for your book when you load it to KDP. In addition to that, I'll show you how you can add an extra 6 categories, a total of 8, to your KDP book so you can actually be found in more places on Amazon. My promise is to do this in 10 minutes or less because I want to be able to try and fill this lesson packed full of information that can actually help you to scale and make sure that your book is going to be in the right category. So let's jump onto the computer now and I'll show you before I waste any more time. So my aim here is to do all of this under 10 minutes. So I want to be able to give you as much information as I can about your categories and doing it the right way. So when you have entered your details, you get down to this section here where it says choose your categories. Now it can be a bit of a minefield when you actually go here because you think there are so many different categories that I can choose from. And it depends obviously on the book you're doing. So as a bit of a mock demonstration, we're doing, I just came up with this cover here. It's not a real book, but it's a book that I thought would work well for this demonstration. So it's like a letter tracing preschool book. And if we went back to this one and we went to juvenile, there'd be so many different things that we could choose from. So to help and reduce the time that it takes, there is a free thing. It's called bookbolt.io, and I'll leave a link in the description below. But you just go to resources here and you go to KDP Category Finder, and you use Category Finder to plug in some keywords, and that will provide some different options for you in regards to your categories. So our letter tracing book, it might be to do with handwriting. So if we write handwriting here and we enter that and we go search, this will actually bring up, hopefully, some categories which we can do. So just say it was juvenile non-fiction language arts handwriting. So juvenile non-fiction language, okay? So we go to juvenile non-fiction. We go down to language, which was, what have I done here? Juvenile non-fiction. That's what I've done wrong. Juvenile non-fiction. And then we go down to language. And we choose language arts, and then we go to handwriting, okay? Then we could go to another one and have a look. It might be to do with alphabet. So not all keywords might help you, but it could help as well. So we go juvenile fiction concepts, or even non-fiction language arts and disciplines, okay? So you can choose any of these, even this one here. This one's probably a better one. Juvenile non-fiction and concepts. Okay, so we go on non-fiction, we go to concepts, and we go alphabet, and we've got our 2. However, you can actually add 8 categories altogether to your book, and some people don't realize this. So in a moment, I'll show you a way that you can contact KDP customer support to add a further 6 categories so your book can be found more easily and more broadly by customers. Now, before we do that, there is one other thing that I want to show you. And another tool that I use, it's a one-off lifetime payment. It's called Publisher Rocket. And I've got to leave the description in the link in the description as well. But one of the things I use is category search. And it's a really, really helpful tool in regards to searching for categories. So if we had that same book, we would go to book, and then we know probably handwriting. Okay, this will give us different categories that we can use or we can identify that are going to be suitable for our book. The other thing that Publisher Rocket helps you to do is to determine how many sales you'd need to get to the #1 bestseller. So if this category was here, we would select this. 124 books we'd need to sell to get to number 1, 9 books to get to number 10. Okay, and you can do the same for alphabet or whatever it might be. Just say you have another book that you're writing and it might be about fashion. Okay, so we go to fashion. If you're writing a book, let's do a sort. If you're writing a book about for teens and young adults about music, photography and fashion, you'd only need 7 sales to get to the number 1 rank, or 1 book to get to the number 10. So then you can go and check out the category page and do more research into that. So that is an excellent way also to just go through here, and there might be other ideas you can get. Now, the important thing is if you, for example, wanted to add your book to this, with this category, you would then go to back to KDP. You would go to help, and we'll go continue without saving. And as I mentioned, you can add a further 6 categories. Now, before you get to this section, you need to copy your ASIN number from your book so that you can identify which title you want to add the extra categories to. You go down the bottom here, you go contact us, and then you'll be brought to this page here. You go Amazon store and product detail, click that one. Then you get a drop down and it will say add extra categories to your book, which will come up in a moment. Well, it's actually called update Amazon categories. And from there, you can submit an additional 6 categories, a total of 8 for that one title. So you just enter your ASIN number. You would then enter, for example, if it was this one here, you just copy that and you'd go back to your listing here and you would list like that. And you would do it for the other categories that you wanted to add. Then you go send message, but remember to add the ASIN number as well of the title that you wanted. So that's a way you can add a further 6 categories in addition to the 2 that you add when you're loading your book to KDP. And it's a great way to be able to have your book found more often in different places, different marketplaces as well. And the last area you can try and find categories would be to go to if you were to just write handwriting for kids and you were to hover over different books, you can actually see educational workbooks would probably be a good one, or early education. This one is children's handwriting books. This one's children's books, notes and study aids. So you can actually go through different books and find out what they're actually ranking under. So this one would be educational workbooks again, children's handwriting books. So you can actually check out, that's another one, children's grammar books. So these are different categories you can actually add. After your book's loaded, you can request those additional 6 categories for your book. So that's another really good way of doing it. So I really hope that you've enjoyed this lesson. Please give me the thumbs up and subscribe and hit that notification bell if you're interested in watching more videos that I'm creating to help you to build, scale your self-publishing business so you can sell more books and develop better passive income. So until the next video, I look forward to having you again along for the ride. Bye. So I hope you found that video useful, that tutorial. Remember, if you like my videos, to give me the thumbs up, subscribe and hit that notification bell, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.